at the same time, who says that now you've posted this, I should concede something. And I'm pointing out that we provided 3 methods of measuring the distance to the sun, and I asked you to explain what the explanation is in your worldview for the congruency of these measurements made by many groups of people multiple times in using different methods. And you guys had no explanation. Listen, I'm nearly there. You guys had no explanation. Your response to that was literally, I don't know. So
I'm going to answer you.
I don't think I'm in a position where I need to.
I'm going to answer you a different answer than that.
All right, you forfeit. That's cool. I get it.
My answer is you're fucking retardedly insane, and you think dumb Narnia shit.
Hell yeah, brother.
Thank you for that, Dan.
Okay.
How is that?
No, Jem, that wasn't my answer.
That's
Was it?
good
Jem, I
enough
said
for
I
me,
wasn't
man.
able to comment on congruency between measurements that I myself have not been able or yet to look at said measurements of any of this. I'm not going to talk about the congruency.
It's a moving object.
Between 3 things that I haven't looked at whatsoever. That would be dishonest for me to answer, bro. And I said that. I said, and if you were willing to provide the other things, then I would talk about the congruency between them. And I said that.
To quote,
and now you're lying.
To quote a favourite line on earth is, do your own research. We don't spoon feed you shit.
Well, no, I don't. Right, okay, that's fair.
You were provided with the methods, and this is what we're seeing. Again, this is what we're seeing very regularly now. You ask for the evidence of something, you're given the evidence. Now you're asking me for the evidence of the evidence. And when I provide you with the evidence of the evidence, then you want the evidence of the evidence of the evidence.
No,
you asked for the methods. You asked for the methods, and you were given the methods. If you think there's a problem
about the methods,
if you think there's a specific problem with these methods, then
you
say
asked
what
me a
that problem
question
is.
based on them. Jem, don't be dishonest. You asked me a question about the congruency of said methods. I am yet to understand them. Then I'm a cunt because I haven't researched them myself.
Fair enough.
It's like, what? Well, don't fucking ask me about
5 years,
fucking
you don't know
evidence.
It's like your Newcomers.
And you can't.
Should you be in a conversation? Should you be in a conversation questioning people about how they know the distance to the sun when clearly
I don't know? No, that would be weird, wouldn't it?
You really don't know a lot about.
Why are you mumbling over?
So would I wait there? Would it be normal to ask people questions about things that I already know?
Yes,
and
that's
agree
what
on?
a lot of you people
And agree on.
You re-ask the same questions daily.
And your approach.
You're saying I'm weird for asking you a question.
No, because your approach.
I don't know. Are you fucking stupid?
Can I respond? Your approach is not one of genuine inquiry. It's not, hey lads, can you tell me how this works? No, your approach is, you don't know this stuff. Tell me how you know it. That's not good enough. No. That was presupposed. No. That doesn't qualify. That's your questioning process. It's not a genuine process of inquiry, and don't try and pretend that it is.
No. Has he only inquired, or has he rejected anything with it?
Take a step back.
He's exposed his method for not actually answering specific and direct questions by saying they're unreasonable.
What? What was the specific and direct question? Oh.
Let's take a step back.
There's one way to silence Elijah.
You do it every day, Jim.
Ban him, Riggs.
Go ahead and provide the example.
I think, if you're going to critique the fact that you don't accept the current method that we find the distance to the sun, and you've got an objection to that, so you've no idea about how anybody has ever done that.
Maybe I don't want to.
Well, if he's saying he doesn't know it, tell him, and you're not going to provide it in fear that he's going to with his
it's not
with his logical thinking, understand that there's something wrong with what you're presenting.
We did provide
That's what it is that you're afraid of.
We did provide it. He was given the detailed description of three different methods of how we know the distance to the sun.
Jem, you said
we did provide
it went to the moon, and no, you said it went to the sun, the probe, right? And it may be because of the clock thing, and it might be because of the distance, and it might be the time,
what I
and
said.
it might be the...
Don't lie. You're lying. I didn't say that at all. This is what I said. I'll tell you what I said. I said, I cannot tell you about a specific measuring device that may be on a probe that has made this measurement. However, I can tell you that we can calculate this distance simply by sending and receiving a radio signal from that probe. That's what I said. I didn't say it might be this and it might be that, and I don't know if it's this. And you just made all that up.
Well, they didn't correct for daylight savings time.
Exactly. You said you give me quite a few different methods with the probe. You were basically saying
I gave you one method. I gave you one method, which was that we could bounce a radio signal off it. And I said that if we've sent a probe around the sun, that requires that we know its distance.
Yeah, cool.
Right.
Jem, I remember you literally saying, and I might go as far as saying there may be a device in the probe that measures the distance as it goes.
That's true. There may well be. But I cannot tell you about. I cannot tell you about a specific one. Well, I didn't say it might be this and it might be that and it might be the other, which is what you were saying. I said.
You're a liar. You just said you gave me a specific explanation, so don't lie.
So
I did give you a specific explanation. The specific explanation. Hold on. The specific explanation I gave was bouncing a radio signal. After that, you were given 3 more specific explanations of methods that we can use to measure the distance to the sun.
Anyway, I've got the paper that was published in 1960 in the Science Journal where they did the radar bounce off the sun. So you can read that and you can critique it. Tell us where that's wrong.
Who did it?
Goddamn better have that.
There you go. But my point is, sorry, go ahead.
If I disappear, if my phone's died, I'll be back pretty quick.
Yeah, me too. I'll be back.
But whilst in response to Triple, whilst I'm grateful to TT for going to the trouble to do that, he isn't going to bother reading it. So why would I bother breaking away from a conversation and searching Google to try and once again deliver something to someone from 24/7 who thinks they're entitled to have things brought to them to establish truths about reality? Why would I bother doing that? Because he isn't genuinely interested. He isn't gonna look at that in a rational way and say and come up with a conclusion, a rational conclusion about it.
Again,
he's just gonna look at it and see if he can find some word in it that he can use to reject the entire paper.
So you basically said that I wouldn't deal with it, and now you're saying that I will.
See if there's some way he can throw the word presuppose in and say that it's all. Then
if it is presupposed, it is what it is.
He will.
You don't even know what presuppose means. So,
if you assume a premise, you dumb fuck.
All he had to do was go through Google Scholar.
That would be a presupposition.
All he had to do is go through Google Scholar. That's not that much work. Come on, man. That's easy.
But the point is, he won't. In order to do that, I would have to break away from this conversation and go and have a look. And Crack isn't going to go. He's not going to look at this, and even if he does look at it, he won't give it any rational consideration.
I'll give you some rational.
He'll just find some
why
way
this
that
doesn't work. You want to hear some rational?
And his whole approach in looking at it will be what can I find in this that I can use to reject it?
I can find you something right now which you cannot reject, but you will. You want to try, Jem?
Go ahead.
So, radar ranging the sun, correct?
Yes. That is.
Okay. Now, I will prove to you that it's impossible because when they shot out that radar, right? You know that the sun is not where they actually say it is. Do you know that?
You do realize it's 800,000 miles across?
We're busted.
Yeah.
Well, you want to talk ration, right? They radar range something that's 8 minutes ago there. So right there, it's game over for your radar.
How many degrees would that represent?
It took me 1 sentence or 2 sentences
Really?
to kill your fantasy.
Well, how many degrees of error would that represent? 8 minutes.
Right.
That's your problem.
No, that's not my problem. It's your problem.
You're talking about the guy who thinks
something
that
that
the
is not
is the same as
We already know.
Do you think if this was relevant to the measurement, do you think the people making the measurement could make an adjustment in their method to account for this? If it was relevant, which we haven't.
No, there's no way that you can radar range something that is not there.
So radar range planes that are flying across the sky. Of course, you can radar range a moving object. They do it all the fucking time in the military.
No, not moving.
Radar is not.
You don't know your model, sir.
Let me take this down to SE's level. SE, have you ever watched NFL football?
No,
dude, your son is not there.
SE, have you ever watched
that's
NFL
your model.
football? Are you familiar with it?
Did you
the game?
No, fuck the Super Bowl.
Are you familiar with the game, SE?
Are you familiar with time and the passing?
Yes. Wait, are you going to answer my question, or are you going to hide from me?
Yes, I am familiar with the football. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
When the wide receiver is running down the field, he's moving. How does the quarterback throw the ball to the receiver and he catch it? He's in motion. He's not where he was when you threw the ball.
Because he's pitching.
That is not the same thing.
Absolutely is.
Listen up. You want my rebuttal or you want to talk over me? What's it going to be?
This
illustrates the principle.
Let's have your rebuttal.
So you're going to talk over me.
Let's have your rebuttal. Go ahead.
So that is not the same thing. If you want to do a football equivalence, you have to throw the football 8 minutes, and then 8 minutes down the line, he has to start catching it. Do you not understand this?
Nobody understands that because that's absurd.
Yeah,
that is your model, sir.
No, not on a football.
You don't throw a football for 8 minutes.
And you're even wrong.
It is ridiculous.
You're even wrong with
this. About the distance,
You're even wrong with this.
I'm just talking about leading the receiver, SC. That's it. Leading the receiver.
It's not an equivalent thing, Curved, and you know it, Curved.
You're even wrong with this.
It illustrates the principle. I tried to make it something so simple that even you should be able to understand it. And you did. And that's why you're fighting like this. I love it when you squirm.
Oh, I love you.
Stop
too,
using
Curve.
my lines, baby, because you know you're the one squirming.
Come on.
They're the only ones you really get, SC.
Oh,
you see, I just
Curve,
shut you guys
get
down with a few sentences.
You're out of your mind.
You're out of your mind.
You proved how dishonest you are.
Montreal, you realize that this radar beam is not just 1 millimeter in diameter, where they have to aim exactly at the sun, right?
Exactly.
You realize that.
It doesn't matter. You're aiming at something that is not there. You don't understand your own model. I am sorry. I have to point that out to you.
Montreal, though, would it be possible for them to calculate in advance where the sun is going to be and then aim at that space?
Like a quarterback
but there would be nothing there. There would be nothing there when you're single.
Well, actually, I got
that's fine. Hold on, gentlemen. But that's fine if they know how long it's going to take the radar signal to get there. If they know roughly how long it's going to take for it to get there, can they then just make a rough guess at where the sun is going to be, given that the sun is a massive object, and could they do it that way? I don't think any of this is necessary, by the way, but I'm just testing Essie's idea. Because I don't understand why I don't understand why he thinks this is a killer. Okay, but it would be, yes, it would be guesswork, but it wouldn't, would it? Because you would know the course of the sun during a day, and you could say, well, yesterday at that time it was there. So I can aim at there, right?
There's a good chance the sun's going to come up tomorrow. Yeah.
Right, but you're not
going to move in the same way every day.
Actual object. Don't you understand that?
It's going to move in the same way every day. So you just, like if you were shooting a flying bird, You don't shoot right at the bird. You shoot a hand space in front of it.
That's
right?
really a bad example, Jim. Because
No,
basically
you're
what we
seeing,
have is
no,
one
Jeff,
hit.
you're talking
Hold on,
two
may I
issues. You're
please
talking
speak?
You're right.
about.
I'm sad we've got in this
May I
this
speak?
rabbit hole of crap because I don't think any of
Yeah,
this
that's
is
your
required.
model, Jeff.
Right,
It's a rabbit
Essie,
hole of crap,
Essie.
bro.
Go ahead,
That's your
Moira.
model.
You'll do a
Essie,
better job, I'm sure.
Essie, now, it moves approximately 1/180th of a degree every 8 minutes. So if I was to shoot at somebody who was moving in front of me a few feet away and they move 180th of a degree, will I still hit that?
Yeah, but you're not getting an actual measurement, dude. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're equating with movement. There's two issues here: movement and the speed of light. You're deflating two issues here.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I've got somebody who's 180th of a degree. So instead of hitting him in the eyeball, I hit him, or in the pupil, I hit him in the iris.
Well, Moyok, why do I have to wear suntan lotion then?
That's stupid. Thank you.
You live in Australia, man.
So you've just been shown that your argument is bullshit because the movement is fuck all in that time in 8 minutes. So yeah.
But I have to apply a cream to my skin.
That's wonderful. That has what to do with what we're talking about, the time for the movie.
Yeah, he thinks he's funny.
You have to apply it 8 minutes before you
Oh,
go
he thinks
outside
he's
in the
funny.
sun.
I didn't recognize the humor.
You're probably anemic. You should eat more iron.
But it's like I have to put on this protective layer to protect myself from the sun.
Wow, you're so smart.
That's also because your body is astoundingly ugly and other people don't want to see it.
Because it seems to be quite close.
Does it?
Does it?
Yeah, you applying the sunscreen all over your body, Merle?
It can burn. It can burn me. It can burn me.
Does the surgeon centipede apply this lotion evenly and liberally?
I mean, the problem I've got with that, Merle, if that was the case, then I'd expect that the higher that I go, the more heat that I would receive, where we don't find that.
There was a little test that was done on a place called Hiroshima, and they lit off this little thing called a nuke, and people miles away were burned. Wow! And I have a fire in my backyard, and it doesn't burn me for more than 50 feet away. I mean, how does that work?
Direct.
What happened?
Direct heat in the fire is different.
Yeah.
You've got less gas up there, and you've got no ground underneath you, right, to trap any of that heat.
Humidity also, crack villain. The humidity boil like the water, the moisture is what the heat, the sun.
Yes. Okay.
But rather than diverting away from the fact that I have to put suntan lotion on to protect myself from the close sun,
how does this get you to a close sun, though, Mel? You're just assigning that property to sunburn. You're saying sunburn can only come as a result of a close sun. Why are you saying that?
Well, it seems with the Occam's razor approach unlikely that the sun is 93 million miles away and traveling at the speed of light, and the light rays from that luminary, that thing up there, that whatever it is, that fireball thing, I'm not sure what it is actually. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
You cannot apply Occam's razor in that case. You cannot apply
None of them know
Occam's
what it
razor.
is. They just make stuff up, bro. You're in good.
Occam's razor does not work in that case because it only works when you have evidence for both topics, right? Not just for one.
Occam's razor is a way to choose the best between two possible further lines of inquiry.
It's more likely that there is a sun.
Select which one is most likely to be fruitful for you. So you need to.
And I would like to mention Montreal earlier was even wrong about the distance to that sun, right? Because it's
actually,
not.
Can I say something, please?
It's towards it's
Could I
to the
please
sun.
say something?
In a minute.
To the sun. Can I override the conversation?
I'm putting this out there because a lot of you people like to actually make prizes. We'll offer $10,000 if you can prove this. $10,000 if you can prove that. I will absolutely pay.
Hold on.
I will pay for you.
You are muted. You are muted. You'll be allowed to speak again in a minute if you wait your turn.
Please stay.
You asked if you could say something. I said in a minute when this is finished, and you just blundered on. So please wait. And also, bear in mind, most people here are not flat earthers. Before you do the whole you people thing. Just in case you weren't aware of that. Please go ahead, whoever was talking.
It was Mr. Logo, wasn't it?
Yeah,
He was so serious he left.
He left.
No, he's here. He's still here.
No,
He's still here.
Shit. It's just shit. He's still muted.
Yeah. I'll unmute him in a minute. It's I just want Mr. Logo, go ahead.
Montreal was even wrong about the distance to the sun. He said 8 minutes. When you bounce a radar from the Earth to the sun and back to Earth, it's 16 minutes, not 8.
Yes,
Okay.
if you calculate the two-way, correct.
Yeah, you said 8. You were even wrong about that. I mean,
And the Earth will have moved how far?
Thanks for pointing out how wrong I was on the two-way.
I mean,
Thank you, sir. Your point has
You're
been
welcome.
made.
You're welcome
Okay,
to be
Mr.
wrong
Shit.
about anything.
Mr. Shit, go ahead.
You clown.
Right. Now, I will happily, I have $3,000 burning a hole in my pocket. I will buy you a round the world trip on an aeroplane. Just so you can see it for yourself. I will happily do that.
That's more than
I will
$3,000.
happily do that. If you want it to be proved, I will do that.
Do it,
Yeah.
Merle. I'd
Give me
take
the money.
him up on that if I were you.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll
If
do
you
it.
want to be disproved or proved one way or the other, I will buy you a round the world ticket. It's burning a hole in my pocket.
Yes, flat.
Let's do it.
Yes, flat. Do this.
From pole to pole?
Yes, flat,
Will you
yeah.
buy it from pole to pole?
I think Rizzler got first dibs on this one. Go ahead. Riz.
Yeah. My only condition is we have to go via Tahiti. That's an important thing to prove the shape of the Earth.
Look, man, you said
No, you will be flying across the circumference of the Earth, and you will actually be able to see it because you'll probably be, if I do it correctly, in constant daylight or constant night, depending on whether I do it on the right time or not. However, yeah, I'll happily pay for a round the world trip.
You purchase the
but we want
tickets for them.
south
Don't actually
north
give them
travel.
the money.
We
for
don't want
fuck's
around
sake.
the equator. We want you to
Hold on.
make
Fucking
it
hell,
south.
man! I was speaking, dickhead. I said,
How is he
just
gonna
shit.
ahead.
Don't give them the money. Like, buy the stuff for them. Like,
Yeah, I'll buy you a
it.
ticket. I'm not giving them the money.
I think you're insane, but whatever.
I will buy you a ticket. I'll buy you around the world ticket. I'm not giving anybody, but anybody that believes that they, believe in a flat Earth or anything like that, I'll buy you a around the world ticket. And if you are proven wrong, you have to pay me back for the ticket. That's all.
What? Why? Why would
hold
you
on, that's
do...
a new, that's a
not
new
gonna happen.
condition you've
That's never
added
gonna
there, isn't it?
Can
I
I
thought
do a
this
quick
money
thing?
was burning a hole in your pocket. Now you want
I
it
had
back.
that too.
No, I want you to have something to lose.
Did you
as well.
sew up the hole?
Oh, yeah,
Moment.
something to lose as well. But all right, if you don't have anything to lose, if you think that's all right, well, I will happily actually just pay.
How?
I
Okay,
will
but
pay
how?
for you
Hang on a
to
minute.
lose your
First of
intent.
all, it's not me. It's Rizzler. And how will you establish that it's been proven to Rizzler that that the Earth is spherical? How?
I'll put the cunt on a plane and I'll fly him around the world.
Yeah, but at the end of it, what if he just still says, "Well, it's flat"? How will you establish that proves a round Earth?
It's not about that. It's about proving it to him. And if he continues to lie to himself, that's his choice.
But, I know, but I'm thinking about you and your $3,000. How are you gonna, at the end of it, and you say, "Well, that proves it," and he says, "No, it doesn't." How are you going to get your $3,000 back?
I won't, obviously. That's the reason. It's burning a hole in my pocket. I'm more than happy to spend it just to prove, because he knows then that he's lying to himself.
But no flat earther denies that you can fly around the world. You do know that, right?
Circumnavigate the Earth.
He is a
No, it's not.
douche.
It's not the,
They
And
say
that's
you,
exactly what the sun
they
thinks,
say you
what
can't
said.
fly around it via the poles, but they don't say you can't fly around it.
That's correct, the gem, the poles.
They don't
Please
say
go on
you
that,
can't
yeah.
fly around it east to west or west to east. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah, and Australia doesn't exist. There's going to be a stopover in New Zealand, stopover in Australia, stopover in Hong Kong. There'll be a bunch of stopovers.
The flat earthers don't deny the existence of any of those places.
I'm quite happy to pay this if anyone wants to go. And look,
We're gonna fly to the
Are
Are you listening?
Yep. Do you understand? Listen, just shit. Listen. Flat earthers don't deny that you can fly around the world. Do you understand that? So,
they do,
so
though.
flying around the world will not establish so flying around
they do, because it will be a constant west. It will be a constant. They are not going to go in a different direction. They will be going west against the way the Earth turns, and they will actually find that they will be in a constant level of sunlight or a constant level of darkness, depending on how
He doesn't get it. He just doesn't get it.
But
how are you going to keep them in constant daylight? What plane are they going to be flying on?
Oh, well, that's the funny thing. What you have to do is a Qantas 747 that can get you from, like I said, you got a stopover in Hong Kong, then you go from there to Spain, go over there to
747
America.
doesn't fly at like 1,000 miles an hour, dude. Does it?
It doesn't need to fly 1,000 miles an hour.
Okay.
No, that will not satisfy that. That will not.
How will you stay in daylight then if it's
because
flying
the Earth is
slower?
moving.
Right, but it's you've got a plane that's flying at slower than the rotation of the Earth, right? So eventually the darkness will catch up with it, right?
This guy's a
Not
newbie,
if
Jim.
you can do it in one whole trip. That's why if you're going east, it goes quicker. If you're going west, it goes slower.
I don't see how you're going to manage that.
You should give the.
Is that
you
possible,
should give the
guys?
money.
You think
It
that's
sounds
possible?
very simple to me. All you need to do
How
is
extreme of a latitude? How extreme?
Can I say?
Yeah, that's
with
a
the
good
latitude.
point.
That's
Yeah,
what you got to
good
find
point.
out. What's
Yeah,
the
well, he's already got them as far north as Hong Kong from New Zealand.
I have an idea. Buy the flights to
Buy me the ticket. Buy me the ticket.
God.
I'll do it for you. All right, mate. But you remember,
Buy
east
the-
to west
I will
side
absolutely pay for you
navigation.
for a ticket around the world. You can choose a starting point, be it either France,
Wait there,
England, or
guys.
New
Wait there,
York.
guys. Can I just tell you something? Because I don't want to waste your money. So east to
Ah,
west is
you should
only
waste his
able
money.
to be detected in relation to what?
No, you're going west. You're not going
I
east.
know. I don't care. I'm asking you. East and west can only be detected in relation to what?
This guy has
Get
no
right.
clue.
North.
Actually,
Or
I'm just
south.
wondering exactly how to answer that. I mean, you're obviously
Well,
expecting me to
it's
say the
one-
poles, but you don't believe in the poles.
No.
But
What
it's
do you mean I don't believe in the
there's.
poles? What the fuck are you on about?
Actually, it's
Oh, you do believe in the poles?
question because
North
it
Pole, yeah.
stipulates that there's only
Well,
one
in that
way
case,
to
yes, you're
detect
going
it.
west.
Right, in relation to the North Pole. So if you're going west, right?
No,
That's
in relation to the South Pole.
Question because it
In
stipulates
relation to the South
Wait
Pole.
there.
way to detect it.
Please.
But
There's not.
you should buy the flights to Chemo because he says that there's no flights between Australia, South Africa, and South America. So buy those
Yeah,
three
that's what I'm
flights.
trying to do. I'm
Chemo
offering
on
that.
He's not
I'm
going to do it. No
offering
one's
that.
doing anything. It's fucking horse
Yeah.
shit.
I'm offering you that flight. I'm offering you that
fuck.
flight.
Chemo should
Okay.
take it because Chemo said that would falsify the flat Earth.
Crack,
No, he said
Crack,
you
will
can't
you
get-
take him up on his offers just so we can shut the
Mate, I'm
fucker
not
up?
sitting
I will
on the plane
pay
for that long.
$3,000 for you to have a round-the-world trip. That, of course,
Dude,
it has to do
round
with
the
the
world
multiple
trip for $3,000, are you
types
fucking-
of the
Oh,
equator.
I'm in.
It wouldn't
Hey,
just
up.
be
You
Hey,
don't
straight
get
around
one
one
point.
point. It would
Hey,
actually
up.
be through
Talk to
Australia, then
Chemo.
up to the Europe, and then down again to
this
America,
guy?
then to Africa, and then back around
Yeah,
again
that's
to
good.
New Zealand and to Australia.
That sounds.
I'm
fucking
into it.
unreal.
I'm into it. I'm up
That'll
for
fucking
it.
definitely prove
on,
the shape
please.
of the Earth.
No,
Yes,
mate,
Chemo.
it's gonna cost
Chemo
you
is up to it.
Let Chemo,
Yeah,
let
right.
Chemo do it.
I'm into
Okay.
it. I'm ready to go.
Chemo speak.
I'm ready.
Whistler,
Oh my god.
Whistler, we
It's
may
gonna
have
cost more
to
than
fire
three
you, I'm
fucking
afraid.
grand. It's gonna cost more than $3,000. It's gonna cost you about $2,000 to fucking
Look,
eat.
if Chemo's going instead of me, I
Not
want to be
you
as
bloody
far
idiot.
as
Have
compensation.
you? Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah, that
Yeah, $3,000 for around the world.
really is
$3,000 is
insulting.
not enough money. I'm not
It's
sitting on a
unafraid.
fucking plane for a month.
A
You have
month?
to if you're going to go around, and it won't be a month. It'll be about
A week.
24 hours. It's literally the time
Yeah.
that it takes.
That's a month, mate. That's a month. That's a month.
It's not. It's
24 hours
You
is a
can't
month.
fly around the world in 24 hours. Not on a 747.
Exactly,
What are you
mate.
talking
Jim,
about?
Why are we
mate,
entertaining this guy? This guy
I
obviously
know
is
he's an
joking.
idiot. That's why I'm telling him
We
it's
had
a
to
month.
say
Depends on your latitude.
So going east to west doesn't tell you shit, does it, in relation to north, if north's in the middle, right? You're just walking around a house at that point, buddy.
Did you really say that?
Yeah, I said that. That's what you're going to get back from every person, pretty much. That's why Jem's saying what he's saying. That it won't be evidence. Flying east or west won't be evidence. That's what I'm saying.
You are
That's
so
what Jem is saying
confused.
himself. I'm not curved.
Okay, douche.
I understand. There's more to it.
Right, yeah, go, Chemo.
Do you see,
get a flight off this guy.
Do you see the flat map here? Yeah? What are you laughing at?
There's a big issue with the Southern Stars there.
No, don't worry about
Are you
that.
subscribing to him up, Chemo? Be careful.
That little guy? Don't worry about that little guy.
Don't worry about all that. So what are you saying? You're offering a flight to somebody? Is that the deal?
I am, and I'm just having a look at the moment to actually show you the detailed plan of how it goes. Although you probably won't believe that anyway. But yeah, it's be around the world, going to the left rather than the right, because you're going against the spinning of the world, and you can go straight from here in Australia up to Kiwi and up to Hong Kong, from there up to the left, where you go through that area and you go to Europe, and then through Spain down to America, and then over to Africa, and from Africa go left, and then you've got those other little islands in the middle
So
there.
you didn't understand a word Jem told you about the north-south. Not one word, right?
He didn't.
He just
Straight over his head.
But what do you mean?
Mr. Pooh, try and understand. Most flat earthers subscribe to sort of a fairly nebulous idea of the continents as we currently know them laid out in a circular fashion, right? and what they say is that when you fly east to west, you just fly around that circle, okay? like a needle on a record kind of thing.
Yeah, are you looking at this map?
Fucking name.
Kind of like the globe, isn't it, really?
And so sending a flat earther on a round the world trip like this for them would not establish anything about the shape of the earth. Because they don't deny that this is possible.
If he listens to what, because what he did, he set the route. But if he follows the route, that we propose or I propose, then yeah, we'll be. So we're gonna
do anything.
We're gonna head south, douche. Yeah, head south, right? Not go inland.
Tell us again how you'll happily spend £3,000 on a round the world trip.
No, we don't need to go around. We just need to head south, douche. Yeah.
Do you understand
to
what
where,
a meridian line
south
is?
to where?
South. We're gonna head south. That's it. We're gonna get the compass.
Well, a trip to Antarctica. I'm going to look it up now. It's going to be more than £3 grand.
Oh, is this your aeroplane, douche? Just poo it. It's not yours. You mean just get on a plane with somebody else?
I'll buy the ticket. It'll be up to the people that fly the big planes. To
No. I thought you meant you have your own plane and we're gonna go on a trip.
No, there's no plane, there's no £3 grand, there's no round the world trip. This is
however,
bought.
if you're willing to die in the ocean in the middle of the North Pacific, that's entirely up to you.
Well, we take parachutes. We take.
Give me a plane
life
north
jacket.
to south, please. Plane north to south. I'll do it.
Yeah, I thought he was going on himself, his own plane. I was well into that. Yeah, I'm definitely up for that. If it's just an airline, they can just take you anywhere.
Like north to south.
£7.5 grand.
Oh, chemo, a parachute and a life jacket to survive the Atlantic.
No, I was going to say on a dinghy as well, a boat.
Your
and a surfboard.
I can't help you out though, Mr. Pooh, because I know you said this money was burning a hole in your pocket, so just send it to me.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Some super chats.
I'm just organising the flight path.
A trip.
Why
I'm
did you
just
send half of it
organising
to
the
me
flight.
and half of it to Jen?
Comparing the North.
No. Let's go on the trip. Let's go on the airliner trip. So where are we going to go? Just Pooh, Mr. Pooh?
No. We'll invest the money and we'll make a few trips happen or something, right?
Well, we just need one around the ball, right, Mr. Pooh?
Or he can take our advice and do it north to
this
south.
name is so fucking
Follow a
annoying.
meridian line.
Just call him
How about that?
douche. Jesus.
Douche.
They are annoying, aren't they?
All right, yeah, it's been hard.
Arrogant globers.
Basically,
Just do it.
Australia
Carry on
to
bullshit.
Canada
I'm banning
to
you.
Libya.
Yeah.
Well, we're going Libya.
Australia to Canada to Libya. Back to Australia.
Australia to Canada. No. That works on a
What's
flat.
that going to do?
On a flat plane, Mr. Douche, that works. It's a straight shot from Australia to Africa, Canada.
Wait a minute, Chemo. Are you subscribing to a flop now, Chemo? Which one are you using?
Well, I'm saying that if he wants to go from Aussie land to Canada, it's a straight shot over the ocean.
On which flat map?
On the map I've just posted.
Good question.
Right, so that's the flat map you're going to use whenever anybody asks you for a map from now on.
No. This is the flight map. The flight map.
What?
So look at this. This is if we're going to fly anywhere. Look where Australia is, douche, and then look where Canada is, and then look where Libya is.
Chemo, you can't do that. You keep saying in the past you've said that we don't have a model, which means you don't have a map.
That's not a model.
But now
that's
you're
a map.
using a
That's
map to make your points.
That's a map. That's a map. Yeah. Well done. Not a model.
Not
I'm talking to you, dickface.
Not a model.
Of course it is. A map is a representation of your model.
No. A model is a reification.
Chemo, you can't use a map and then say when people ask you for a map, I don't have one.
Models are reification.
Wait there, can you show me a globe model? Wait there, guys. This is a litmus test. Can you show me a globe model? Whoever was just saying that. Can you post an image of the globe model?
Globe, dickhead.
Right. Can you post
That's
one?
Part
then,
of the model. That's part of the model that
Rizzler?
we use.
Rizzler,
Look
dude.
at a globe.
Can you
So,
post-
Chemo, any map you're using right now,
Chemo,
we
asking the
can
same
hold
question.
you to that in the future, right?
Chemo, asking the same question. This
Can you
is a
answer
litmus test.
crack?
Here you
I
go,
answered
look.
you, dickhead.
Here you go. Here's a globe. There you go.
Right. So is that a model of the heliocentric model?
That's part of the
Rizzler?
model, yes.
That's
Part
a model
of the
globe.
model. Part
That's
of the
Africa.
model.
Yes. Like
Part, is
Chemo's
it?
flat map of a
So
model
is
that he
that a
says doesn't
representation?
exist.
Is it? Is that
Models are all
representation?
pieces
Is that
of the big
representation of the
picture.
Earth?
This is not a map though. That's
Chemo, how do you know that map you're using is accurate? That is my point.
Because I tell you how we know.
Let's not get
The
caught up
reason
in
why we know is because of the flight times that we can in reality. That's what we see.
Which don't
So the
work
next
on that
time
map.
we want a map off you, we're going to use this one,
For
right?
flight
You can't
times.
then turn around and say, "Oh, that's not the map I'm using."
Well, they're for flight times. So if he's saying
But
he
it's
wants to
still
go from
flight
Australia,
times are still the same, though, right? It
Get
doesn't
on a
matter about
plane
the time.
and live it for yourself.
if he's saying he wants to go from Australia to Canada to Libya, it works on this flat plane easily. Straight shot to Canada, and then you just turn off to.
Well, there you go.
I want you to go from the tip of Africa. Look at the map. From the tip of Africa all the way up,
purposely not
around
getting
the
my
pole,
point.
and right back. That's what we want you to do.
Curious
You got that?
question. Curious question for
So-
Kiva. Since you say it's only for flight map, is there a different map for other characterizations?
Okay, so can we hold you
And
to
do the
that globe?
landmasses move?
Fight the crows for that because that.
No, because we don't know what the outer is like. We know what the land is like. We can travel. We go places. We use distance. This works fine. Yeah, no problem.
Specifically, a map for the actual magnet.
It's just we don't know if it's a
Right,
circle.
okay, can I hold you guys to the image that
This
Jem
ain't
and
that
I've
for
just posted
different
then?
one.
Can we hold you to that then from now on? Right? That's your heliocentric model, apparently.
No, that's a pretty decent.
You're probably
map of
trying
the
to
globe.
be
Yeah.
heliocentric with something different than the globe there.
Should we hold you to it then in the future?
Right.
If you want, yeah, that's a globe. Yeah, pretty accurate representation. Yeah,
It's a
That's
globe,
not- yeah,
but
that's
it's
a
not.
representation,
Listen,
that's a map.
listen,
That's a map.
listen very carefully. It's not the heliocentric model. It's a
Thank
model.
you, Jem.
It's a model. Well, it's not supposed to be, is it? The The heliocentric model,
for, was it not?
The heliocentric model is an ancient description of the Earth rotating around the sun and other planets doing the same thing.
Okay.
And this doesn't even depict the sun, does it?
That globe.
This is a model. This is a model of the Earth.
It's just
okay?
a model.
That's what it's a model.
Camelot is a very silly place.
Okay, wait there. So, can you really tell your friend then about Chemo's map that isn't a model, so he can understand?
Part of the flat Earth model.
A map is a model. Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Okay, so that's your full model then.
Camelot.
The map.
No.
The map. It's part of your model, right? So we can hold you to it. It's got to be fully accurate, right?
No,
it's only accurate on a
piece. It's part of our model, yes. It doesn't.
It's part of your model.
When you say, shut up. When you say it's fully accurate, I wonder what you mean by that. Because
that's the point. That's why.
Hold on. This is an important point. Hang on. Let me finish. This is important. A model, by definition, is a simplified description of something in reality. And therefore, by definition, it cannot be completely accurate.
I've had sex with women that said they look like models, and I can guarantee you it's not true.
It cannot be completely accurate, because if it was accurate in every detail to the nth degree, as accurate as it could be, it would simply be a replica of the original in every way. And that would not be useful. And that would not be useful to us. Models are only useful because they are simplified, because they simplify the description in some way to make it useful to us. A good example that I used in my video on this subject, subway map, which shows you where stations are on a subway system, but it does not accurately represent where they actually are in reality. It just puts them. It just shows you the order they are along the line, and that's all you need to know when you use the subway system. You get the useful information that you require from that model, and you don't have to have all the land elevations and all the other crap that would be completely useless to you. And therefore, a model is a simplified description of something in reality, and maps are that.
Yeah, well done, mate. So that's why we wouldn't hold Chemo to full account for what you would call a map.
You're misrepresenting what I want off him. I want him, the next time somebody asks him about positions on the flat Earth, when they show him that map, what he's just used now, I don't want him to turn around and reject it and say, well, I'm not subscribing to that.
I don't really care what you're saying anymore, because you're just
fuck up, you fucking idiot.
What he's asking for he wants to lock in some consistency with Chemo here, and I don't think that's unreasonable. Because Chemo has made a fatal error in arguing anything in flat Earth, is to say, here's the flat Earth map. That's obviously a fatal error. But he probably thinks he's going to get away with it because this guy's a noob. But, good luck with that, Chemo.
It's the official UN emblem.
My main point, Jem, was the level.
But if you go north to south, it's going to be very difficult. That's why there's not many flights to the North Pole. And not many flights to Antarctica either.
But that's what the flatties need, dude, to prove it.
I wonder if you understood the difference between north, south, and east-west navigation. Did you get that, sir?
But do you understand yet that what you're offering won't establish anything to them? Do you understand?
Oh, it will once they're in the air. Once they see it.
Mate, I've done it.
He still doesn't get it, Jem. Wow.
You think they've never travelled on an aircraft before?
Can I just...
Travelling on an aircraft.
I will actually hire people on board to literally put their face against the window and go, watch this, you dickhead.
May I just ask...
all they will see is the view from an aircraft, and you think that this will somehow convince them. How?
All right, that's what we have to do. We have to buy them a parachute and push them out of the airplane.
May I
so
just
you
ask...
think that if they fall from an airplane, that will then convince them that the Earth is spherical?
Gravity.
Yes, absolutely.
We got a winner here,
High enough, definitely. They'll be able to see it.
Dude.
Why would that? How would they be able to see it?
Excuse me.
You pushed it out of an airplane.
Wait your turn.
I think Chris's approach was right. We
Hello?
should not really entertain
Wait your
this.
turn, hello. No. How
I
was
just
that?
wanted.
Go ahead, Chemo. Sorry.
I just wanted to ask, what is it we will see?
Yeah.
When they see it.
Ah, the curvature. Oh, you guys don't like that, do you? But yes, once you're falling, you realize that what you're falling towards is a lot closer than what's further away. And that's nothing to do with flat. It's got something to do with the curvature of the Earth. So if you're a little bit further forward, you'd be falling towards something else.
So when I did a
So you went from the
skydive,
sun, you
I
realized how
didn't
stupid
see.
that was. Now you're
I don't think
jumping
that's
out of the
even
airplane.
true, dude.
You switched over.
Max, it's really quite
following the sun.
Dude,
You
what are
realize
you
how
drinking
stupid
tonight?
that was. Now you're jumping out of planes.
Okay, guys, let's let the flatties have
I
a
think we
win.
should all jump out of a plane and then figure out what happens when we hit the ground.
I think you should take the 3,000, invest it in a good computer, and do some research. Dude,
This
before you
guy's
come
been
on
here
the top.
several times, and he's never made a good show. Never.
Yeah. he can be he's a bone that we're throwing to them.
I just want to see a flat earther jump off a plane. That's all.
I told you this guy was a pope
Why?
from the beginning.
Well,
He doesn't sound like a clock.
What do you have?
Alright, that was funny. Alright, that was funny, Kev.
So if you learned anything today, learn between north, south, and east, west on your fantasy globe.
Hey, Montreal, do you put the North Pole at the centre of the flat Earth?
Is that like the Golden Compass?
Montreal, do you put the North Pole at the centre of the Earth?
No, I don't subscribe to any models.
Well, that's the problem, man. Look, models are hot. You should try and get laid, dude.
He saw that one coming, Rizzler.
He did, didn't he? Well, he knows. He knows it's absurd.
Right.
Most of them do.
You do realise the North Pole is kind of in the middle of the sphere, right? And everything else is as well, isn't it?
Nope.
Your offer shows nothing, but when you modify it a little, then it does show.
What about
You
mole
don't have
people?
to. You don't have to fly. You don't have to fly around the Earth. You have to fly in between 4 points: Paris to New York, New York to Cape Town, Cape Town to Sao Paulo, Sao Paulo to New York, and so on, and measure the velocity times time, which is the distance. And when you plot these distances on a map, when you plot them on a paper, they don't match up on a flat plane. They only match up on a sphere. So when you modify that offer, then it does show.
Alright, go do it then.
Yeah, I know the distances. I accept the distances. You don't accept the distances. I do. So it's your thing to fly there and to verify that, right? Is it not?
Mr. Logo, he doesn't understand the most simplest thing. North, south, east, west. Jem tried to do it 3 times. You're wasting your time with this guy.
That's completely pointless.
Well,
However,
which north? There's 4 different.
if you look at it the
there's
other way,
4 different norths. So which
south,
one were you talking
north,
about?
east,
Holy
west.
shit. Can we get
Maybe
details
turn it
on this?
upside down. Yeah. Do you think maybe that it's a flat Earth, but it's upside down?
Do you think maybe we could have Jeremy explain the 4 norths?
I mean, that's why gravity, because everything goes up, but it comes.
Thank you, douche. I appreciate that.
Maybe we're completely upside down. Maybe
Could
that's
be,
it.
could be douche. Yeah. What?
Let me get in there.
Completely upside down.
What made you think of that, douche?
It's entirely possible.
Does Jeremy not want to explain?
I do. People are fucking talking. You want me to just
Start
talk right over?
get in there. Trying to make room. But
Now,
you got to
you don't
talk,
know the-
Jeremy.
You don't know the 4 different norths?
Just get out with it.
Do you know them or not?
No, we don't. Go.
No, go.
That's why we're asking, cunt.
Flush a toilet in the northern hemisphere,
magnetic
flush a toilet in the southern.
Oh,
Shut up.
You got magnetic north. That's obviously where your compass points.
Bart Simpson spent a lot of time
Jesus
trying to figure
Christ.
this out.
Maybe later,
Ended
guys.
up getting a boot for it.
Well, mods could mod them.
Go, Jeremy.
Go again.
Muted.
Go again.
Okay, you've got magnetic north. That's the compass, where your compass points. You've got grid north. That's where pilots use. that to in flight plans or something. Celestial North. That's where your fairy tale ball points to. Or no, my bad. Celestial North is the Polaris. Then you've got True North. That's where your fairy tale ball spins on its axis.
And if I was to tell you face north, would you generally be pointing towards all of those positions?
He's like diet quantum eraser, isn't he?
Hey, Jeremy, I want you to listen to me good.
Thank you.
Jeremy, I muted that guy for you, and your story was so fucking shit. I was reaching for the unmute just as he left.
What story?
What is wrong with you, Jeremy?
That's not a story. That's all the fucking different Norths you guys got.
Tell me the difference between Polaris and Celestial North.
It's off over a little.
And Geographic North, Geographic Pole, Celestial North, Polaris. Tell me the difference between those.
One.
Well, two of them, it's altitude.
Magnetic. Okay.
The answer will not include magnetic.
Polaris.
Two of them is altitude.
One of them is going to have to. But Polaris is a half a degree off, or a little over half a degree off of the axis. And your fairy
Almost
tale ball
about
model.
3/4.
Yeah, a little over half a degree.
3/4.
Okay, 3/4 of a degree. What else did you want to know?
Well, that's aside from that, which very good. You recognize that fact. But so with that little thing aside, Geographic North, North Celestial Pole, and all that, what's the basic difference between those?
Just about fuck all.
Between what?
Geographic North and the North Celestial Pole.
What's the difference? Not much.
So how does this in any way, shape, or form answer any of the questions we've been talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just fucking popped in out of the.
You just decided you were going to pop in with some dumb, stupid thing that has no bearing on the conversation?
What about the Grid North?
Okay,
What is Grid North, Jeremy?
I heard some retard telling us to jump out of a plane. I thought it'd be a good time to jump in and save the chat.
Grid North.
Yeah. It makes a good point. You have to admit.
So what's Grid North, Jeremy?
I don't know. That's pilots use that in flight plans or some shit.
Oh, so that makes it a different North. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's different North for them.
Yeah, Jeremy, what's the difference between Grid North, Celestial Pole North, and the Geographic North? What's the difference between those three Norths that you have there?
Well, we just went through two of them. Were you listening?
Yeah, and there's two different Norths, but not four.
Well, magnetic North doesn't line up with
Geographic one, which is under the celestial pole, which is the base of the grid. Yeah. So there's two.
You're saying magnetic north lines up with geographical north?
No, that's not closely
So that's a
what I
different
said.
one. So we got three different ones so far.
No, you have two different ones.
Well, Polaris and the geographical north are not the same.
How are they not the same?
Are you an idiot? Have you not been listening?
They're off by 100.
Yeah, I have been
You should
listening.
go jump off the guy with the plane that was just in here.
No, what's the difference? Tell me what's the difference. How do you know what causes? Huh? Half a degree.
3/4 of a degree before Curved yells at me. 3/4 of a degree. Jesus Christ with you people. By you people, I mean Globers.
Hello? That was odd.
That was weird. Yeah, we had some kind of Discord.
I just unmuted the cunt, Chemo. Fuck you. He just got back in BC, I noticed, so I unmuted him. I was trying to unmute him when he fucking ran away. And why did I mute him? Because he wouldn't shut the fuck up while Jeremy was trying to talk. So fuck you, Chemo.
Pretty curved. To be honest, I agree, mate. Like he needed to be muted. End of.
Okay, but let Chemo have his evil way with him. He's still here.
See, look, Chemo didn't know he was back. Curved. Oh, he's back.
I can't see him. Where's
I
he
was
gone?
looking for him as well. Yeah. Changed his name.
Yeah, I don't know. I've told him I'll ban him if he don't come back, so he needs to come back.
What's he called?
What do you mean? I'm right here. What are you talking about?
Oh, there he is.
And that was a bit like heavy, man. Come on,
called
dude. Oh yeah, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts if you don't turn around. Holy crap, man!
Right, Super Chicken, meet Chemo. Chemo meets Super Chicken.
Hey, Super Chicken. Well, I think it's Douche, isn't it? Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
Douche.
My name by nature.
So you're offering flights. You're offering the chance to prove a glow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what do you suggest?
I will pay for someone if they absolutely will, when they have to record their entire journey through, their thing, and I would like to do that because I think all this shit with people saying, "Oh, I'll give you a $10,000 prize. You can fucking prove this or prove that." It's a complete joke. I will literally just pay for you.
So when then?
The world,
when are we going? When are we going? When are we going?
Oh, you want to come with me? Oh, that'd be awesome. Yes, sweet. Oh, I can get doubles. However, I'm leaving from Australia. Where are you? I can pick you up on the way.
From England.
Brilliant. All right. I'll turn up to Britain, Heathrow. You have to meet me there. And then from there, though, we'll be moving through Spain, going down from that point down to Africa. We're going to go
Yeah,
up
but can we solidify this a bit?
We're just going to pretend that the Earth is constantly moving because it is. And that's what's going to make it fun. We're not going to go through any of the poles because I don't believe flights take you there.
When are we going? When are you coming to Heathrow?
Whenever you'd like, mate. Whenever you'd like.
Next weekend? This weekend?
Yeah, I got fucking money in my pocket to burn, man. I can do it whenever you'd like.
There we go.
So this Monday.
You're not going to get a flight out of Heathrow. Everything's stopped.
I was going to say, what about the lockdown?
That's the problem. However, if we don't stay over, we don't have to go through quarantine. So if we don't stay over, there's no quarantine. It's simply a trip around the world.
Exactly.
Shoot by JFK or LaGuardia or something and get me.
I could absolutely do this, and I would love some company.
I think all you need to do then now is to just book the tickets, right?
Yeah. Okay. Right. Happy to.
Where are you going?
All I need though is people to get involved.
If you buy a ticket,
So
we're going
that'll
to just
be-
auction it and sell it.
So that's this Saturday. You want one ticket from wherever you are in Australia, and then one
It's
ticket
around the world
from-
ticket. Yeah, I looked it up. It's going to cost for me from
via Heathrow. Okay, so what time?
For me from Sydney, it's going to cost about $2,100.
Okay, so what?
That's just for me, but that's why I was saying that I'd buy it for someone else because I.
Okay,
could buy
so
it
what
from
time
your
is
airport.
the? So what time
But
is
if I
the
want to
flight
get
from
involved, that
Heathrow?
costs a little bit more, but why not? I've still got money to burn.
Okay, so what time? Listen, what time is the flight from Heathrow? Because Chemo's got to get there on Saturday, right? So
How about rather than me getting there because I've got other things to do, I buy you a ticket.
Here we go.
No, carry on. You buy me a ticket.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend twice as much for 2 tickets.
All right.
I offered to buy you a
Oh,
ticket. I
mate.
didn't say I was going to buy myself a ticket.
So will I pick? Hold on, please. Hold on. So chicken, douche. Will I pick the tickets up from the airport on Saturday?
And it would be what ticket? It would be one ticket.
Or will it be in my email? Do you need my email?
Yeah, you want Chemo. You want him to send you the money so that you can buy the ticket here.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd be having the ticket when you turn up there at the gate. It will give you a round the world ticket with stopovers along the way, but you'll be going west and then coming back straight from
What
that
time?
area.
Why don't we go east to make it quicker? Why don't we go east to make it quicker?
Because we're trying to fight the power here. If we went east, there'd be like,
well,
that was easy.
Wait there, guys. Don't say anything to the guys about my client, please.
The fact that if you go in the other direction,
Is there any African countries involved in this?
Right, douche, you keep on saying, I want to know when I can pack, get ready to go. When am I getting the ticket? When am I getting something to go on this trip?
You won't need to park.
Saturday. You want on Saturday?
What day is it today? What day is it today, douche?
I think it's Thursday in Australia, so I'd say probably Thursday of next week. I could do it.
You said any time, and I said Saturday.
I'd have to organise the tickets, and I have to send them to you. It's going to take. You can't just turn up
It'll
without.
take
your
about 1
They have to
second
be
to
organised.
send it to him.
For God's sake,
You
man.
just said he
1
could just
second.
turn up. You said he could pick the ticket up at the airport. I think he can
You'll
do
pick
that.
your ticket up at the airport, and it will take you around.
You can email a ticket to someone.
So can you just book the ticket then, please? Go ahead and book it.
You just book the ticket and email it to chemo therapy.
Go ahead. Go and book it.
And can we go
Look,
east instead?
I
to
don't
make
think
it
you are
quicker?
happy to do that, are you?
I am making the designations. Are you happy to do this? If it disproves your flat Earth,
Absolutely. If this proves a globe, I'm all for it.
It's up to you. You'll spend so much time in an aeroplane.
Douche, if this proves the globe, I am all for it.
You're gonna have to tell him what metric he's gonna use.
You say it proves the globe. I'm willing to accept that this is a possibility. Yeah, I'm not. I'm open-minded. You see.
And I'm happy to do it. It's a lot
Well,
cheaper
fine,
than
I'm sorry,
$10,000
what
prize.
metric is he going to determine whether it's a globe or not?
Wait there.
Because
Dude.
you've got to come up with a metric that you
Let's
both
not get
agree
into
on.
details right now.
We
Let's
don't need
just get
to.
the ticket ball.
He says
Well,
it'll
never
prove a
happened.
globe. We
Okay.
should go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's waste his money.
So
Absolutely, it'll
Are you
prove it to you. And
all you
that-
need to do then, dude, is just actually book the ticket and just show, email the details to Chemo.
Once you're up there in the air, once you've
Do you want
gone
my
around the world,
passport number? Do you need my passport? Do you need my passport? Douche.
He'll need your full name and passport number. Yeah.
Need my passport
So
number,
what's
dude.
probably easier is if you PayPal Chemo the money, and then Chemo can get the ticket himself without divulging any of his personal information.
there ain't no money.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I don't
I'll
think
do
you
it.
heard that
If we
because
can
someone
give me
was
the money
talking.
first.
Crack. Hey, you'll do that.
Even better,
money
Western
first.
Union.
I'll
Western
do it.
Union, Riz.
Get around the world.
Yeah,
Throw
let's
back
see
to
if you
Heathrow.
cash.
Or Cash App. Yep.
Yeah.
Throw back to Heathrow if that's what you want.
Chemo, if you get $3,000 out of this cunt, I want a PS5 out.
I'm going around the world to prove the globe with their douche. Let's do it,
Maybe
douche.
not, mate. I'll turn up at your house.
Are you up for this?
We're going to prove the board, right? We're going to be the first
No,
people
we're not.
to
No, we're not. We're
demonstrate.
buying PlayStations and Xboxes.
We're going to demonstrate that the Earth is curving, turning, flying through space.
You already believe in the globe? I was hoping to convince someone who didn't believe in the globe.
No, it's not a globe. It's a flat Earth, but this trip will prove it's a globe, yes?
That's the point.
That's the point. What do you think I'm going for? I wouldn't be going if I already knew it was a globe, right? That's the whole point.
All
of
right,
going on
so
there.
this is another. It's going to be fantastic for you. All right, I'll sort this out. In about I'll talk to you over the next couple of days.
Couple of hours, I thought you were going to say.
It'll be,
Couple
if
of
you want to do
hours,
it,
you mean? The
maybe
next couple of
I can do
hours.
it as early as Thursday next week. It just I've got to make sure the trip's organised. The last thing I want is for you to die in the ocean.
No, don't worry about that. I'll get insurance. Don't worry about that.
He said, make sure you die in the action.
Stan, why, if the money was burning a hole in your pocket at the start of this, now you need till next Thursday. Just go on Expedia and book a flight.
Well, he also said, Jem, that he needs Chemo to die.
Jem is right.
Make
Just
sure
do it,
now
man.
you've got to
Just
make
do
sure
it.
you got your travel insurance. You got to make sure that you've got your passport. You've got to make sure that you're prepared to go. It's not about me.
He's
It's
got
about
his
you.
passport. He's
You've
got his
to make sure
passport.
you're prepared to go.
He's got his passport. It's fine. He's ready to go.
It's going to be a straight trip. You won't even be having your stopovers. You're not going to be allowed out of the airport. So as long as you got your passport,
Sounds like you're trying to put him off.
I would like to say I think Super Chicken should be given an award for pulling the "It's not about me, it's about you" line against Chemo. That was amazing.
That was funny as fuck.
I'm not kidding though. I will absolutely buy you that because these people keep saying, "Oh, I'll give you $10,000. You can prove this. You can prove that." I'm sick of the fucking arguments. I'll buy you a ticket around the world so you can see for yourself.
No, you won't. You're not going to do it. You're
Away
just going
you
to talk
go,
about
then.
it. I guarantee you this will not happen.
Yeah, so do I, because you keep telling us you're going to buy this ticket. There's absolutely nothing stopping you from doing it right now. Go ahead.
Could have been done by now.
Yep.
Of course there is. I have to organise the finance for it. I mean, I know what I've got.
You said you had the money burning a hole in your pocket.
But I have to make sure that when I spend it, it's done right. You've got to understand. You're not a fool with your money, are you? So what I'm going to be doing is the next couple of days, making sure that I know exactly what your itinerary is, and making sure that I can afford every single amount of it, which of course I can. And then making sure as well that you are going to actually do it.
How do you order the tickets without
But the
his,
money is
how do you order
burning
the
in your
tickets
pocket,
without his
bro.
information?
Burning a hole.
How do you order the tickets without his information?
I just need to know that you're going to follow the itinerary.
How do you order tickets without an identification?
I am ready to follow it.
We need to check with Chemo. Are you going to follow the itinerary?
I'm ready to follow
Chemo?
it all. If it proves a globe, I'm ready to follow this leader.
All right. Well, I'll start getting.
All right, how does this prove a globe? I might have missed
will.
Details, Jeremy.
It
Details.
does,
Forget that.
Jeremy. It just does. Okay, it just does.
All these people go, "Oh, I can't see it." I want you to see it with your own eyes, man.
We're gonna look out the window, Jeremy, and there it is, the beautiful globe.
Yeah.
Gold.
Are you going to bring a compass, Chemo, or a laser, or a gyroscope, or anything?
Is that necessary? Is that all that stuff necessary, Douche? Is all that necessary? Compasses, gyro. Is that necessary?
Yeah, it's what you've got to do is you've got to get these little rolls of plastic and put them on your chest with some wires sticking out of it.
Now, Chemo's going to fall asleep on. Chemo's going to say, "I slept through the whole flight," and say, "I didn't see anything."
No, we're going to follow the itinerary, and Douche is saying this is what will prove the globe. So why would he lie? 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 He's not going to lie, is he, about this? Yeah.
I say what the proof is in the pudding. Well, this is the proof. I'm offering you.
Yeah.
The
Why would you lie? Right? You're not going to lie.
Chemo,
obviously.
you should slip into his DMs and get this nailed down.
Yeah, I think you should.
Oh, don't worry. We'll swap details. Just
take it from you.
Yeah, everything.
I'm cool to do it.
I'll send you my email, my passport.
I mean, if it was me,
number.
I would. If it was me, I would do a contract, a legal binding contract. If you were going to do this, then you would do a legal binding contract.
The other thing
What, do we have to get lawyers and solicitors
pay
involved?
for you for a round the world trip if you're just going to go.
Wait a minute. Wait a
I'll
minute.
do it for free. Chemo,
This
I will
is
do
all
it for
very-
free. The legal
It's
contract.
all very different now. Now you say,
Good man.
I mean, you can't expect Chemo to sign a contract without legal representation. Who's going to pay
I
for
will
that?
do it for
I've got
him.
legal representation. Craig will do it for me.
I will be the legal.
Absolutely fine.
All right.
Go for it. The one that's paying for this. And I'll
Are you sure you're happy with a flat earth lawyer, Chemo?
Absolutely, absolutely.
See it for yourself. There is no way that you'll be able to turn around and say, "Well, I didn't see that," because you bloody well did, and that's what I'm paying for it for. It's a lot better than stupid $10,000 prizes.
Just know,
I'll
flat
pay for your
earthers,
trip.
just know that when we return with the globe proof, okay, you cannot deny that. What are we proving? That we went around the earth?
Can you get off yours then as well, please?
I beg your pardon?
Douche, is this going to prove the ball? We were going around the ball, yeah?
Yeah.
So when we get back, we will have definitive proof of a globe, yeah?
Absolutely. You'll be going north and south of the equator, and your time zones will match according to that on a global scale. They would not match on any sort of flat earth. You could absolutely see it. Well, I'm hoping you will see it. That's why I'm paying for it.
Well, I'm looking forward to it because I've been a flat earther for 7 years now, talking, and I've been telling everyone that I meet, everyone that I come across, the Earth is flat. It cannot be a globe. There's no proof. Now you've come along and said, "Well, hey, come on this trip, and it will prove that we're on a ball." Yeah.
I'm not going to come. I could only organize one person because if I came along as well, we'd have to meet up on certain things. I will simply pay for your ticket and you can do it.
So you're not coming with
You
me?
try it yourself.
Or do I get a +1? It's going to be boring on my own, right? Who's going to hold the camera and set up the battery and,
Right, you can get a +1, but you have to pay for them.
I have to pay.
Yeah, you can only pay for one person. I'm not going to
Fine.
Kind of lonely though.
look after you that much, mate. I'm trying to prove to you what you should see. So if you're any sort of scientist, you should do it by yourself. If you need someone to go with you because it's boring, then you're obviously not paying attention.
I know, but I'm just saying that I'm not going to be able to
spend
stay
all that time on an aeroplane if it was you.
I'm not going
just
to
on
stay
your
awake
own.
the whole time as well, am I?
Okay.
Yeah.
What
pilots do?
What will the level of the ticket be? It would be club class, first class? What will it be? Business class? You're surely not proposing that he does this in economy. Surely
No,
not.
of course not. No.
Even worse, he's right at the back with the chickens.
No, of course not. Right at the front in first class.
No,
The suffering
first class.
it shouldn't matter whether he's an economy or not.
Are you pulling my leg, douche, or is this serious? I'm about to call friends and family and let them know I'm going on a trip around the world. So, is this real or not real?
It's real, but you have to give me a couple of days to get it organised. And that's why you need a couple of days to get organised as well, because you can't just go around the world just willy-nilly. You have to organise it. And I'm quite happy to pay for it, but it would have to be you by
I'm gonna
yourself.
look pretty silly if I call friends and family and be like, "Hey, I'm going around the world in a couple of days," and then those days come and they're like, "Well, what are you doing here still?" You know?
Yeah, you would look silly, Chemo.
You're gonna look very silly. The last thing we want, yes. What do you think?
What, to look silly? But you believe in Earth.
Yeah, well, no, that's not a belief. That's not a belief.
He's got you there. He's got you there.
No, that's not a belief. Remember, we observe that douche. We see a flat Earth. We see a flat horizon. We see a flat plane.
But no, when you're up there, you don't, and that's why you need to fly around the world. I'll prove it to you. I will pay for this.
Okay, but like I said, I can't be telling friends and family and then look silly by me just being stranded at the airport because you didn't get the ticket, right?
Oh, maybe you should have more faith.
No, I'm sure that I'm just reassuring and making sure that this is on. This is on.
I think he'd prefer a ticket rather than faith. You know, that would be...
Yeah, something practical, tangible.
I have an idea. Send the money to Jem, and he'll take care of it if you don't trust Chemo.
Yeah, I can definitely be trusted with $3,000.
Dollars? It's got to be pounds.
Oh, pounds. Sorry.
Yeah. Dollars is not enough.
Actually, I checked it out. It'll cost about $26.90 Australian dollars to send you around the world.
I wouldn't be going on this cheap ass plane if I were you, Chemo.
No, definitely not.
26. What did you say? 2,600 Australian dollars. That's about 15 quid.
About $26.90 to send you around.
All right. What is that in English? About like 1,500 or something? I don't know.
Yeah, about £450. Or maybe about 1,300.
Well, like I said, I'm looking forward to this. I've already texted the neighbours to say if they can look after the cat. Yeah?
I'll be getting involved.
The cat is taken care of. Hey, dude.
It won't take me very long. But yes, I'm quite sure if you actually will take it seriously when you're up there in the air and look at the world around you.
How seriously do you want him to take it, dude? He's just arranged lodgings for his cat. He's taking it pretty seriously.
I've just text the neighbour to say, will you be free from next Thursday because I'm going on a trip.
I think it's going to take you about...
He's not playing games.
What? So what should I do? Text them back and say it was not real, or what? You're putting me in a very
cat lodgings on hold.
You're putting me in a very awkward position here, douche. So we're definitely
Not
going.
Really.
I'm definitely going, yeah?
I reckon. Unfortunately, I can't go.
Chemo, would it just have a balloon and hover and let the earth go from underneath you?
Yeah, like I said, I got Monday back. I'm fine. All right. I was going to go and see some friends, but I got shit to do here in Australia first. And I figured, all right, right now I'll have the same money back by the end of the year, no problem. Or quicker than that, I'll have them back in the next 2 months. So, right, what is the go? Like, I don't really understand why you're so worried about it. You just got to get on the plane and go and see the world for what it is.
I will do. That's the plan. I'm just making arrangements from now. It's only next week. I like to prepare early.
It'll take me a couple of days to get organised, but I'll make sure it's organised a good couple of days before you get on the plane.
Can you message me your phone number or something?
Send you the details, and you'll have the tickets, the ticket details. That'll just be for you.
Can you message me your phone number or a number, contact number?
Well, you're gonna need that once I fucking figure this out.
I'm all in
just
for
send me a message. Yeah, no, I reckon that's a good idea because I really would prefer if you saw the world from up there in the sky. I think it would make a big difference to you.
Well, we keep getting told if a flat earther would do this, and like we just never get the opportunity to do these things. You know?
That's why I'm saying it. You know, fuck this fucking. Oh, I'll give you 10 grand to prove it.
Yeah.
Screw you, man. I'll pay for your ticket.
Forget that.
Up there in the
Forget that.
sky.
Just put us in
Get
a
up there in
plane.
the sky. You'd
Fly
be
around the
amazed.
board. But can I just ask, how long will I be away for? How long will it take?
Probably only 3 to 4 days because it's non-stop.
3 to 4 days.
Yeah, probably less actually, 2 to 3, but it depends on what your stopovers are like. But I'm going to try and make it as easy as possible. So yeah,
So hold on.
probably
Slow down. If I leave, will I leave Thursday or Friday?
Well, it depends. It doesn't matter.
I'm
But
just saying,
you'll
it does
be
matter. I've
back
got to
by
arrange
Monday
the
or
cat.
Tuesday.
It does matter.
You'll be back Monday or Tuesday.
By Tuesday,
but that
yeah?
depends on what you do.
Yeah. So the cat has to be taken care of, right? Can't just leave the cat
Oh,
for 4
absolutely.
days. Right?
Just ask your neighbours to feed her.
Yes, but they want to know when I'm coming back and how much food to purchase.
Bring the cat with you.
It's not that complicated, mate. You're more worried about feeding your cat than you are about going around the world in an aeroplane.
I don't want to
That's
return on a globe to a dead cat, right?
You would not do that. My God. And to be entirely honest, by the time you come back, your cat will be going, why don't you fuck off again?
Well, I'll be definitely off again. I'll be taking a flat earther with me and say, hey, come and see what I've seen. Do you see what I see? I've been around.
Why don't
what I see?
Do you see
why
what
don't
I
you just have
see?
your mommy watch the cat because we know you live in mommy's basement.
We don't
I'm
have
happy to
basements
do it.
here,
This is
Moya.
my way
We would have,
of fighting the flat earth.
we have attics.
I'm not
or
going to offer
lofts.
any prizes or anything, but I will pay for one ticket for a round the world trip to prove.
You don't need to keep announcing it. I'm already taking that. Stop doing that now. I've got the dibs on this. Stop offering it to other people. Me.
No, I'm not. You've got it.
Yeah, you keep on saying, oh, well, I'm offering a trip. That's already been taken.
That's what I'm offering.
There is no other trip, is there? It's just one trip. That has
And that's
my
why I'm
name
not
on it.
coming either.
That has my
I
name
mean,
on it, right?
I don't really want to do 2 people. It's up to you. You'll be going around. And not only that, I've
No, but I'm
spent a lot
saying
of
you
time
keep
on
on
airplanes.
advertising. You keep on advertising like, well, all I'm doing is offering a trip to someone, but that someone is me. Sorted.
Yeah.
If Gem or
And that's
Kimo, if
right.
you don't
And you've
ban
got
this
it.
guy or mute him,
You've got it.
I'm literally gonna fucking basically what I'm gonna do is just stop advertising your link on the servers.
Who, me? Meet
Just-
me?
yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, mate. You've got it.
Fucking mute this cunt, mate. This is ridiculous. This is
DM me, Cameron.
It's not up to me, but I'm just saying, like,
Okay,
mate,
I
this
will
is
do. No,
fucking
Crack's right.
ridiculous.
Let's
The guy
move
is-
on. We can move on because we've established I'm gonna get a ticket, going around the world. End of.
Yep.
Like, he's just joking anyway. He's just being he's literally just having you on anyway.
Why would he
I know you
lie?
know that.
Why would he lie? Why would he lie?
Yeah, exactly right. Why
Maybe
would they
because-
lie? You know? Why would they lie about the shape of the earth?
Right. You're not lying, are you, douche?
No, not at all.
No,
I've been saving money. I can actually afford a couple of things. I could afford a lot more than that. But I think because, like they said, you know, like I'm sick of these people saying, here's $10,000, you can prove it one way or the other. And all I'm going to say to you is, here is the opportunity to see it for yourself.
That's what I'm talking about.
Pay for me to travel around the world. That'd be cool.
Because I'm an activist, this is one way to get active. Yes? Very good.
Yeah, well, you know, if it works, hopefully you'll be able to see the world for what it is, and that will change your mind.
Oh yeah, I'll be able to get a P1000 and all that stuff. Take some shots of the ball. Yeah.
You can do whatever you like.
Do whatever I like.
Up in the air and go around the world. I want you to see the world for what it is.
Yeah, sounds good. Made my year.
Look, I'm quite happy to.
Yeah, man. I'll be talking about this for years to come, you know?
I think you need it because you're too stuck in your own paradigm. And that's what's creating your idea that there is a possibility of a flat earth. And yes, all right, yes, there's a possibility, but I don't believe in that at all.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So
you're right.
See it for yourself.
Well, right.
I want you to see it for yourself. I just want you to see it for yourself.
I get you, yeah. We're pretty strict because, like, we just find, this whole charade of a globe in space moving. Can you imagine it? They say it's turning, the vacuum around it, all that kind of stuff.
Where's curved?
It's just so hard to go, Crack.
Wait, see it, mate. Wait till you see it. It'll blow your mind.
Go, Crack.
Curved, Curved. I never thought I'd say this, but where are you, dude? We need you.
They want you to be muted, Deuce. They've had enough of you offering this amazing. No, they're all jealous. They're all jealous. Deuce, don't worry, Deuce. They're all jealous that I'm going around the world.
Because I need to eat some dinner and I'm going to watch a movie.
All right, thank you.
But I will DM me, and I'm dead serious.
Oh yeah, let me do that right now. I'll do that right now. It's a blessing. They're all jealous, right? They're all jealous, Douche, that I'm going around the world to prove the ball, and they're going to be stuck here on the earth. Yeah, that's why they're all moaning. So hey for me, and losers for everybody else. So let me just message you. Hey.
You are a flat earther, right?
Absolutely. You can check my file. I spread the good news to everyone that the earth.
You have to open your eyes and see what you see, okay? I'm doing this to show you, all right?
Yeah.
So you can see for yourself.
All right, let's end it now then. Because they want you to be muted. You're making them jealous, Douche. You're making them very upset that they're not going all the way around the world like I am, yes? On a trip, yes? And
it's going to be an awfully long trip, but keep your eyes open. Watch. Okay. You'll be able to see things that will blow your mind, and I absolutely believe with they may have made it. You'll be going over the Andes at some point. Oh, that will blow your mind.
Let's not make them jealous now again. You know.
Hey, Chemo.
Yes.
DM me. I'm gonna bug out and have some dinner and the
like.
So
DM
me.
Thank you, Douche.
All right.
I've already sorted out the cat sitting for next week, so I hope to hear from you.
Well, yeah, it might not be this coming Thursday. It might be the Thursday afterwards, but it has to be organised correctly because I don't want you to die.
Okay, so fair enough. Fair enough. That sounds good. Maybe not this Thursday, all I can next Thursday, yeah?
You have to buy your own food.
I am very patient, so yeah, that sounds good.
Buy your own food.
Yeah, I'll do all that. Yeah, that's 2 weeks. It's even better to get time to get ready.
You'll be right. Good, all right, brilliant. All right, so give me a DM and I'll come and chat to you. I'll be back later on tonight, but if not, I'll be back on tomorrow and we'll organise a bit more of this. I'm really looking forward to sending you around the world. I've been trying to do this for about...
I'm totally stoked. Totally pumped.
Yeah, I'm just sick. It's fucking bullshit. People going, here's a $10,000 prize to prove it. I'm not going to prove it, and I'm just going to show it to you.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want you to see it for yourself. That's the point.
Like I said, you're getting the local upset, and they're jealous. So let's not go on about this fantastic trip around the world that I'll be taking next week or the week after. Okay, so let's just stay cool.
You'll enjoy it. I'm looking forward to this. Actually, I need you to take pictures too. But all right, I'll get back. Well, hit me up a bit later on.
Thank you. You don't have to leave, but just stop showing off. Yeah.
I do because I'm going to go eat my dinner and watch a movie.
Okay. Like I say, just hang around.
So after that flight, I have a nice bridge for sale. Anybody interested?
A bridge?
Yeah, slightly used, Chemo, but good price.
The Brooklyn Bridge again.
If anybody believed one sentence this guy said, I have a bridge to sell
Good
you.
grammar and spelling.
Have you still got that unobtainium?
Yeah. The bridge leads to La La Land.
I'm not being facetious. I really would prefer to show someone, like, because I have offered that $10,000
You said your
prize.
shit already, dude. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. We don't believe a word you're saying, dude.
Go and have dinner.
If the mods take action, douches. Like I say, it's like they're jealous. They're jealous. Remember, we're going around the world, and not everybody gets to do this. So can we kind of like put it to one side now, maybe?
That's a very good idea. And just, yep. All right, my brother. I will talk to you tomorrow or later this evening.
Yeah, I've messaged you. You messaged me back. That's good.
And I'll be paying for it, but you'll be able to pick it up in Heathrow, and you'll be landing back in Heathrow. Is that good for you?
That is more than good. That's perfect.
Groovy.
Go
All
and
right,
have dinner.
Yeah. All right.
Don't forget the
All
super
right,
chat.
Timo,
Oh,
you're traveling
sorry,
around
I
the
thought it was
globe,
on my
bro.
show.
Aren't you the lucky one?
Oh wow, yeah. Who's playing music?
Pretender clown.
None of that, please.
What?
Well, you shouldn't have your checkbook handy when you're drunk.
Kimo, will you dress casually or will you be wearing your bests?
I'll try and dress military in a military way, so they know I'm serious.
Will you video the 24 hours of it or what?
Yeah, the whole thing will be recorded. Yeah, I'm gonna get one of them suction cups, stick it to the window, and just record the whole thing. Yeah.
Can't you take the cat with you?
No. The cat is afraid of to go outside and stuff.
So what do you got? Like a terabyte of data of SD cards to record the whole thing on 80?
Yeah, a couple of terabytes. Yeah, do the job, I think.
What kind of camera do you got?
I'll probably go with a Canon. I'll probably look at some of them Nixons next week. See what's available, you know.
See Frantiel lend your ears.
Nikon.
Yeah, Nikon, everything, all of that. Yeah, proper lenses. I'll get the what is it? The infrared lens or something, so we can see further. A bit like what's his face.
You're gonna have to modify the camera to do that. You might want to get that today.
Well, look, I can only rely on this guy to get the ticket. I'm up for it. I'm ready to go. If he doesn't get my ticket, what can I say? Huh?
Kimo, did he finally understand the north-south thing, the meridian, or is he still on about east-west?
No, he says this is the way that will prove the globe, so... Didn't say any of that. Give any method.
So you know that the Nikon, like the cameras like the P900, at least the cool pics, they take like 27 minutes intervals videos. That's the tops. So if you want an unedited video, maybe if you record the whole thing and you got 20 videos of 1 hour each, I might not take it as real.
No, Jose, it'll be
just
like...
because it will be
Jose,
edited.
it's going to be like one of them car dash cams. You know...
okay, so like 480 pixel?
Yeah, so I can get that complete recording, because you can record forever, can't you, with those things?
Car ones overwrite themselves every few hours, typically.
That's if there's not enough space.
Yeah, but you gotta have enough space, and so you gotta know how much video it takes per hour.
Yeah, so a couple of terabytes will do the job, won't it?
So it's got to be a very expensive modern camera, because any car dash cam, I mean, all of them, they're not just gonna accept and be compatible with like terabytes shit. They may be up to 32 gigs, 64 maybe.
Record like you said, like a 5-minute loop, and then once something happens or you press the button, they keep that loop and then keep going for a few minutes.
Yeah, but in the flat earth locker room, with the storage room, we've got all kinds of equipment. It's not a problem.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, because we're gonna need it unedited, and maybe if you can hire somebody, at least a person in the plane, just say, hey, can you just hold this camera and hold it pointing at me all the way through, so we can see somebody recording you taking the video.
I mean, I'll go the extra mile. I mean, I'll go and talk to the pilot and bother him for a little bit, and be like, if we have to change planes, I'll be bothering the pilots and the stewardesses, and be like, well, hey, I'll be going around curvature. I'll be going on, I'll get all the information, everything, all the relevant information.
Yeah, so we can hear the silly questions, that we heard before. And the way the pilots disregard you and sweep you under the rug by agreeing with you, so they can get you off their shoulders. I've seen that before, but you can do it again. It'll be funny.
No, I won't be all dead serious. It'll be a laugh. I'll be like pretending I want to be a pilot, and I'll be like, do I have to tilt the nose down or stuff like that? I won't go in there as a flat earther. I'll be undercover. You can't tell these people, the regular people, that you're a flat earther.
It didn't seem like there was a lot of time to interact with the pilot.
People are not ready to be told that the Earth is flat. But if you just ask them, like, well, how much tilt do you put in and stuff like that? And he'll be like, well, we don't tilt the plane. And I'm like, well, it's going to go over the curvature, and they'll have to explain all that stuff, Then I'll be like, oh,
you know what? Like I said, I don't think you're going to get much time to talk to the pilot, because every experience I've had with that, like, you can say hi to him. That's a big deal now. So, I mean, what you might want to do is, in between your layovers, talk to the pilots there.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'll go an extra mile, do whatever I can to verify it, so it's definitive. Well, I'm excited anyway.
Now, the Nikon, I don't know what the minimum resolution is on that, but you might be able to turn down the resolution to get quite a few hours on it.
But he ran away pretty quick, didn't he? I thought he was. Oh, yeah, you guys had enough of him.
So, SE, what do you think? You shoot something at the sun, it moves 180th of a degree. Do you still hit it?
Not accurately. There's no way to measure the sun accurately. Absolutely right. So this is zero chance.
So it'll be off by 180th of a degree. Okay.
All guesswork.
Well, it takes 8 minutes. Even if you wanted to say that the sun's motion was proper motion, like the motion through the sky was proper motion in relation to the Earth, then you could still say that it would only be off by half a degree in that time. You'd still be able to hit it.
You don't know if it takes 8 minutes or not. That's a guess.
No, we know it takes 8 minutes.
That's a guess
without
well,
question. Yeah. The time you send it, and it comes back 16 minutes later.
You don't know that the travel time or the medium that you're going through.
Don't know that. It took 16 minutes to do it, though, didn't it?
You don't know if it hit anything in between. You don't know nothing.
You do. It took 16 minutes to get there and back.
You have no clue.
It took 16 minutes to get there and back. Doesn't matter.
So you're claiming you know what's between you and 93 million miles. That's pretty pretentious. The question is whether it took 16 minutes,
and that's absolute.
Why are you talking while I'm talking? You asked me a question. Don't you think it's pretty pretentious of you to think that you know what's between you and 93 million miles?
Didn't say that. I said it takes 16 minutes to get there and back.
Not pretentious when you can see that there's nothing in there.
Oh, you can see the Oort cloud. You can see all those minuscule things that are.
We know where the Oort cloud is.
That's what I thought.
We know where the Oort cloud is, and it's not even involved. We know where the Oort cloud is, and it's just not involved in this scenario.
Do you know how many other clouds there could be?
Yep. We know everything.
You know everything between you and 93 million miles.
Yeah, we know everything.
And
wow, man, that's called
we don't see the Oort cloud between us and the sun.
I mean, there could be something that we could do to test that, and that would be to take a measurement to something else that is known, right? So we could test the distance and also the speed.
Yeah, you could bounce something off the clouds.
And then we could bounce something off of, say, the moon, because that's a little bit closer. And then we could bounce something off of Mars. Hold on, I know. So that I'm not diverting at all. I'm saying that if we wanted to check the measurement, we could test it by hitting something that's closer to check our measurements, right?
Yep.
Nope,
And
it's just a guess.
If there was a close by, we'd have got a reflection off of that, but that wasn't found.
You can also use different methods of comparison, like Venus measurements, and see if they all are congruent.
So let's get something straight. You're measuring something that's not actually there. You don't know what it actually is. But you know what
Montreal, it is there that the image of the sun is not produced by a non-sun. There is a sun there. The light takes 8 minutes to get to us, but it is produced by the real sun. It's a real thing.
But you are measuring a not actual position, correct?
Doesn't matter. As long as the radio waves intersect with the sun, we will get a reflection and it will come back to Earth. And the time is what we're measuring. That's all we need.
Of the not actual position, correct?
Not as we see it, but the sun's movement and the radio waves will converge in the right place. And as been explained, the beam width of the radar signal is big enough to cover that small amount of movement.
At the not actual position of the sun, correct?
Well, you could do it with a perfectly coherent millimeter. You could do it with a perfectly coherent 1 millimeter beam, and it would still hit the sun.
I just don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I've tried it before already.
All right, you can.
But you'll be measuring the not actual position of the sun, correct?
You have to get that rod. Mate, I've tried that.
Yep, it'll be 1/180th of a degree off.
It's just like leading the clay in a ski shoot. That's all it's like. It's just like leading the clay in a ski shoot.
Well, no. See, the problem is it's not, because you can still aim at the same point, and still hit it.
Incorrect. You are incorrect.
Because it's not like a shotgun. Even a shotgun is more precise than the radar is. The scatter, this would be like a blunderbuss on a ski shoot. You just point it in the right direction and you get something back.
Well, then, see, I've said you can do it with a 1 millimeter perfectly coherent laser, and you would still hit the sun. It only moves by 1/180th of a degree in angular motion. That's less than a degree. You still hit the fucking thing. You just hit it a couple of inches to the right. It's like trying to hit a battleship with a 22 rifle, and it's moving. Yeah, I didn't account for the motion, but I still hit the battleship.
So as you can see, this is a wishy-washy affair.
Not wishy-washy at all. It's going to be off by 1/180th of a degree. Will be. Now you take the actual thing that he was saying about the fact that the beam actually diverges and gets wider and wider and wider. It easily hits the sun. You could probably hit the sun for a solid hour without moving.
Wow, a lot of probablys, a lot of this and that and the other thing.
Well, I say probably because I haven't done the calculation. I did it for the 8 minutes.
Look, if intellectually honest, you have to agree. There's no way they know the distance to the sun. End of story.
There is a way. There is a way. It has been done. And it's not just been done by one university. It's been repeated by several institutions now.
Well, I would love to talk to these guys.
They'll tell you pretty much what we said.
I would like to ask them, so you measured a not actual position.
Yeah, starting from square one.
They wouldn't understand your objection because you're just that's a nonsense question. It clearly shows you don't understand the issue.
Oh, I understand it very, very well.
You're just having difficulty. You're having just so much difficulty with trying to see that if you know the travel time, you know how much deflection you need to hit the object when the two converge. This is trivial. It's just such a trivial issue you're having problems with. I mean, imagine you were chasing after your garbage truck. There's a moving garbage truck in your bin. You would know to chuck the thing ahead of where the garbage truck actually is when you let go, don't you?
Yeah, you're talking about leading something, sure, like chasing a rabbit. You shoot ahead, but I'm talking about the rabbit not actually being there.
It is there.
You're conflating
Something is producing that image.
Now imagine that your
You're
garbage.
not understanding your own model, sir.
Now imagine that the garbage truck is only moving 1/180th of a degree. You toss the ball and don't leave it. Will you still hit the garbage truck? Will you still hit the garbage truck?
You're not understanding your model.
I think I am. If I'm throwing it at a garbage truck that's moving like a quarter mile per hour, and I toss it straight at it, will I still hit the garbage truck?
You're conflating two things: the speed of the sun and the sun not actually being there. You're not.
No, the garbage truck is not going to be where it was when I first.
Understand what I am telling you here.
The garbage truck will not be exactly where it was when I tossed it, when I tossed the object, but it still will intersect with the garbage truck. This garbage truck is big.
We understand perfectly what the problem is, and we understand how you're getting it wrong. When you lead a clay in a ski chute, you are not aiming at the ski chute. You are aiming at empty sky.
Yes, that's just the movement of it.
Yes, and that's all this is involving.
The other
This is
of
just
fantasy.
This is all that is involved with the sun. This is all that's involved with the sun. It's moving. Big deal.
Wow,
we know how it's moving. We know what direction it's moving. And we lead it just like a ski chute shooting a clay. It really is no different to that. That what you're shooting,
why are we going over this again? Like
what
fucking
the object and what you're
seriously,
shooting.
like this is this conversation happened like fucking 2 hours ago. The exact same thing. They was told the exact same thing.
How do the radio waves not get absorbed by the fireball?
That's a good question, Mel.
That's actually a reasonable question.
Well done.
That is a good question, and they do. It is a very difficult thing to do because you are not getting a reflection from a solid surface. So you have to take into a lot of account how the signal is disrupted by the reflection, but it can still be done. These are difficulties, yes, and they can be overcome.
They send out a coded message and they get back the coded message. So they know it's their message.
They may have to let the experiment run for a good long period of time so that they can average what they get back over time to decode the signal out of the crap.
So you're talking basically magic.
Well, to
how
people
is that magic?
To people of a certain level of unsophistication, it would seem like magic, yeah.
Yeah, it is magic when you are radio ranging an apparent object. That
only
is
to you,
magic.
my friend. Everybody else.
Or as my friend Jose would say, magic.
It's only.
And you know what? When they shoot at an airplane with radar, that airplane is moving. And initially, they don't know where it is. They just get a reflection, and they say, "Oh shit, there's an airplane there."
Oh, so it's an apparent airplane?
No, it's not where it was when that radar left my gun, my dish.
You still seem to be not understanding apparent.
I'm not understanding
apparent movement and.
No, that plane physically moved, and it took time for my radar to leave my radar and get to the plane and get back to me. So it's only showing me the position where the plane was at a given moment.
Can we end this? Can we get to the point?
Well, I don't think there is really.
Yeah, the point is you have no clue how far the sun is.
Has anybody addressed FE's concern about the sun not being where it appears? So when you're aiming, so to speak, taking that into account.
Yes.
Has anybody done that yet?
Yes, that was the 180th of a degree. It hits the sun.
You're out of your mind, Moyak. You're counting for something else with 1/180th of a degree.
No, I'm not. What am I counting for?
You're assuming the Earth has constant face to the sun, and it's the apparent movement of the Earth around the sun. With more importantly, is just the daily rotation, Moyak.
That's what I'm talking about. That's 1/180th of a degree.
15 degrees per hour
is not. 15
rotation
degrees
is not.
per hour. 8 minutes is going to be roughly almost 4 degrees.
Yes. But the problem is that the problem with that is it doesn't matter because the reflection is going to hit the entire fucking Earth, the moon, and well, it's going to fucking be bouncing off all over the fucking place. It's going to come back with an aperture of 180 degrees.
Okay. I'm curious what the divergence of the beam is.
The reflection, the divergence from the sun is massive because it's a spherical reflector.
And let's put it as a very high gain antenna that you're using. You're going to have an aperture of, I don't know, perhaps 1 degree.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
1 degree, 93 million miles?
Yes, I'm just saying perhaps
Are you
1 degree.
Delusional, dude.
I can also go with a 13-degree beam.
That wasn't by the way.
But 1 degree is a reasonable aperture, and that's well within the sun's diameter. I'm sorry, well,
so
it's
let me
twice
get
the
this
sun's
straight.
diameter.
1 degree divergence of the radar beam in 93 million miles.
It's 1 degree for infinity.
Yeah, 1 degree
That
is
is
1
truly,
degree.
truly unbelievable, if you believe that, dude.
This is another
And that's not divergence.
problem, isn't it? They can't understand how degrees stay the same at any difference. It's a real mental block for them, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never been more amazed with a conversation than today. You guys are truly you're surprising me.
I only do this for a living. I'm sorry.
Hello.
Behold the Jake.
Hello.
Hi.
What's up, SE?
Hey, Jake, we just established that these guys they know exactly what the sun is and the 93 million miles and all that.
I don't think we established what the sun was. We just established there's something there 93 million miles away.
Yeah, you don't need to know what the sun is, right?
Have you considered not being like this, SC?
I could also establish that it's at least 40 million miles just by ranging Venus, because we know Venus moves in front of the sun. Therefore, it must be closer, and that's a solid object, really easy to bounce off.
I'm surprised as how you failed to realize that there's no way to do this properly.
Except for it's done.
We understand you're surprised and you couldn't do it, but you just have to accept that there are people in this world who can do this stuff.
Can you allow me?
Acceptance is where you come in. I don't accept things.
Allow me to take
what you need to understand is that I don't know anything about this. Therefore, I know this can't be done.
Allow me to take 1 second.
One way. You can be a complete non-expert in absolutely everything to just say, nuh-uh.
Please, if I may.
You can just believe. Sorry, Moyak. One more thing, and you can have a crack at these guys. I'm done. Or you can just believe, and like a preacher, it tells you something, and you believe it.
But SE, I have done the moon bounce thing. I know I've done it myself. I know the principles. I have no reason to believe it can't be done with other objects.
We're talking about the sun here, sir.
Yes, it's the same principle with slightly bigger numbers.
Negative. I just went through it. I'm not going to go through it again.
You went through how you can't comprehend it. That's all.
No, I went through the vast distances, the objects in between, gases, rocks, this, that, and you guys just believe there's nothing there.
Well, what is there? Well, show. How are they detected? When were they detected? What's the explanation of their existence? I've looked at the sun on many a period. There's nothing in the way. What exactly there? Is it something that's not actually detectable? Because if it's not actually detectable, it will have fuck all effect on anything.
So you think you know what's between you and 93 million miles? Could there be a gas?
I can see that there
How about
isn't
dark
anything.
matter? How
There's
about
nothing
dark
there.
stuff?
It's clear. It's empty space all the way. You can see it. You can see that there is nothing there. What is there? How does it expose itself?
If
How
I
does it
may,
declare itself? Light
First
is
of all, the
impeded by
object that
nothing.
you think you
Radio
know
is
where it is,
impeded
it's
by
not
nothing.
there. Did you
There's
catch that
nothing
part?
there. There
It's
is nothing
not
there.
a
You have no
natural
evidence of
position.
anything there. You have no evidence of anything being there. Nobody else has discovered anything being there either.
may I
Why are
interject a
you
partial
triggered?
bit
You
of
have faith.
information, please?
Yes, please.
That's it.
You have nothing but faith, sir. Somebody told you
We have
they
nothing
measured
but
something
observation.
93 million miles
No,
away and you believed
Eddie,
it.
don't tell us we have something. Stop lying about what we have. We have observations that show there is nothing in the way.
You just have faith in that airplane. You have no idea how it works, how it flies. It's just faith. It's a religion to you.
No, I can tell you how an airplane flies.
You can't tell us how anything
Flies
does
from
anything.
resistance.
You
Flies
don't even
by
know how your fucking
resistance.
trash truck works.
It flies by resistance. Don't be retarded, Curved.
Now, as soon as I see them insulting me, I know I have them. Oh, you little baby Curve. Did I hurt your feelings?
Nobody's
today?
insulting you.
A garbage truck?
Stating straight facts, SE, straight facts. You're a mom.
Haha, thank you. Now I know I got you. Sit down and shut up, Curve.
Well, I think
You see how I shut the room
if
down?
I decide to,
With
I
Curve.
will. If I decide not to, I won't. You will have no influence on that SE. None. You're impotent. You're powerless.
He's impotent.
Why I was
Can-
wearing all these clothes.
Can you say that to me, SE?
Say what?
Sit down.
Sit down.
Already am.
Good on you, bro. You're one step ahead of these guys.
Sounds like he was one step ahead of you, moron.
Here it comes. The insults. Here we
There it
go.
is. It's what you deserve for being a moron.
I called it. I called it. Curve the clown has nothing to say, so now he's gonna go to ad hoc.
Except I'm correct, and you are you.
You got that straight. I am me, and you are a clown.
Can I ask about all the
You have
debris?
any, scientific type
Space debris?
Please do.
And satellites and all the other stuff and, you know, just space debris. What is that stuff if nothing's in between?
That's what I was trying to tell these mongs. Some of them.
How many of those
You
objects?
might have
How many?
yeah, you got a bad concept of the density.
How many of objects subtend a visual angle of 1/2 a degree in the sky? Or does that not matter?
You mean big dust clouds or what? Big dust clouds they can't see through? Does that matter?
What is this 1/2 a degree you speak of? Is that magic?
No, it's insane, retarded inference.
Go fuck a donut again.
What? You don't like the word inference of your inception of fucking your visualization of space and your concept of space and your mind that you visualize and try to implant in the reality for everyone else because you're insane? You don't like that idea?
Newsflash.
That was quite good, Dan.
Ship blew up on takeoff. Like I said,
It was
would've
very
happened.
good, I might add. Thank you,
pile of
good
shit.
sir.
Get him, Messi. He's just trying to insult. Lecture him on how
I
means he lost.
insulted no
Messi.
one. I just described reality.
You tried.
No, I insulted no one. Clearly, I
know that.
stated.
We're in agreement on that fact. But you tried.
Therefore, I didn't try. I'm very good at trying things when I do them. They get done when I try them. If I try them, they might as well be done. Or did. Might as well be past tense shit.
You're very good at trying things when you do them. I like that.
That's right. Might as well bet your buck on it. Hey, I'd bet my dollar on Democ.
Hey, quote this movie. I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
Come on, Democ, you know this.
Well, you bought the Big Bang for $0.
How the West was won.
Nobody knows the line? I'd buy that for $1.
North by Northwest?
RoboCop.
From Here to Eternity.
It might actually be. Yeah, I do remember it now that you say that. I remember that fucker saying that. Yeah.
It was the game show. There was the fake game show in RoboCop.
But I'm pretty sure it's probably been said in a couple movies, maybe, right? At least 2. I don't know. I do remember it from another one, but I mean, you never know.
Mandela.
Look right, Curved. You're going to have to start respecting your educators. The people who have shown you that you're not on a spinning ball. I've shown you that all your spherical trigonometry is a waste of time. So one of these days you're going to turn around and say, hey, flat earthers, hey, Dem, I'm sorry, man, for disrespecting you. I'm sorry for not seeing what you see. You've got my humble attention. Maybe not today.
You'll never make
maybe not
it
tomorrow.
as a fortune teller, Chemo. You have no idea what the future holds.
But one of these days, Curved, you will be saying to them and all the other flatties, goodness me, guys, you guys are amazing. Not today, not tomorrow, but one of these days.
I'll say it now. They are amazing, Chemo. I find it absolutely amazing that these guys can walk and chew gum at the same time.
It is an amazing level of ignorance.
Like I said, right now you probably don't see it because when you're in it, you don't appreciate it, right? But if it weren't for us, you'd be still thinking you're in a vacuum of space with gas next to it, right? So we've educated you on those types of things. Yeah.
Nobody's ever said it. Well, I've
So
never
you
said
need to start
vacuum of space.
respecting the educators, the communicators. And like I say, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it's going to.
What happens to the exhaust of a rocket? Does it create a little gas planet?
You know what? I think New Black Death and M Stone are gonna come and explain that to us. The resident
soon,
geniuses.
they'll be asking you questions. Instead of you, you thinking that they have the answers. They'll be like, "Hey, Dem, how does this work? What's going on here?" And Essie, all of us, one of these days.
I'll be happy to explain it to them.
That's going to happen, yeah. The big turnaround soon, the great reset. Right now, we're kind of asking them questions, yeah, about their wild claims. So I'm just saying to Curve that he should respect his education.
I think slowly they're getting educated, Chemo, but they're fighting it tooth and nail, you know?
Can we come up with a new word that means like educating and like actually thinking for yourself at the same time? Let's have a new word for that, like a flat earth word for like re-educating.
What, like an empowerment?
Yeah, something like just a new word maybe, you know, like with that empowerment's a word. Like take that maybe and make a new word with it. That the beginning of that one and like the end of another one, and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like two words that are cool as hell that like mean something really good. And like thinking for yourself and like creativity and like actual thought and then the process of knowledge. You know what I mean? Like add those words and then like that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna
redefine or
yeah, there you go.
To be fair to the I don't want to call them ballers, but to be fair to the room,
Heliocentric.
to be fair to the heliocentrics here, don't you think they help you sharpen your tools?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Go ahead, Jim.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Oh, yeah,
I
I
bought
like
a
'em.
house.
Of
Yeah, to
course.
help you polish your weapon.
You look for
I
the
bought
best.
I bought a house.
Help you
That's good.
Yep.
How many bedrooms?
Congratulations, Lewis. Well done.
Three
What shiny
bedrooms.
head on it?
Wow.
Congratulations.
Not bad, not bad.
Thank you very much. I just thought that was worth saying.
Was it on level ground?
No, by all means, continue your made-up conversation.
Congratulations, you have become a man now.
I
That's
bought a
big
house when I
step.
was 28.
Nice. Oh, I beat you. 'cause I'm
Lewis has me
27.
turned down. He doesn't hear me, does
Fucker.
he?
You fucker.
Lewis, that's not ruining
He
it.
beat me by 1 year.
Enjoy your millstone.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty good though. 27, 28. That's not bad.
That's very good. Not just not bad. Congratulations, Lewis.
What are you going to do with all those bedrooms, Lewis?
Hopefully, put
That's what I
people
was
in
wondering.
Well,
Not
one-
lock them in there.
And yeah, one of them will have it'll be an office, and the other one will
Guest room.
yeah,
Guest room
it'll be
for
a
Nathan Thompson and Witsit when they come by.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, make a shill room where you can shill.
Where's
the
your
glove
home
from
gym
there.
going?
In the basement.
You got a basement, eh?
You got a
Yeah.
basement? Wow. How the
Yeah.
other half live, eh?
Yeah.
Full in ground or walk out?
It's all in ground.
So you have a garage?
I do. I have a 1-car garage.
Nice.
Yeah.
How will you fit your bus in there, Lewis?
Well, I have a really big driveway.
Me too.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Is it asphalt or concrete?
It is asphalt.
Concrete. Mine's
Make
concrete.
sure you seal it.
Mine's a weird one where you can it's got like 2 sets of concrete, one on either side for your tires, and you can go in the middle